Welcome to SAT TV News. I am Larry Larrock, your presenter. In our top stories, installation of equipment for multi-purpose identification cards commences. Bahamas Foreign Minister condemns economic blackmail. Mexico storms, tourists airlifted from flooded Acapulco. And in sports, Scotiabank Baffin State disciplined by DFA. Welcome back. During the third press conference of the World Creole Music Festival, held Tuesday, Wednesday, September 18th, it was communicated that Chairman of the Dominica Festivals Committee, Mr. Colin Piper, and Head of Marketing of the Discover Dominica Authority, Mrs. Nikki Maroy John Baptist, are currently conducting a roadshow throughout the Caribbean to promote the World Creole Music Festival and other events throughout Dominica. This promotion commenced on September 16th and will end on September 25th. The countries include St. Thomas, Martinique, Antigua, St. Lucia, and Barbados. Ms. Marva Williams, events assistant, said she corresponded with Mrs. Royer today and was pleased to be informed that many individuals are looking forward to our most anticipated event, the World Creole Music Festival.
We'll continue our promotions in the French West Indies, and Miss Daphne Vidal, a marketing executive in Discover Dominica Authority, and our very own Leroy Waddix Charles will travel to Guadeloupe today to hold a launch of the World Creole Music Festival, and that will take place tomorrow, 19th of September. Of course, it is very exciting to say that the Zouk All-Stars, which are scheduled to perform on the Saturday evening of the World Creole Music Festival, will form parts of this formidable launch event. These All-Stars include Jean-Marc Ferdinand, Alex Alexis, Patrick Hallman, and they will be performing alongside Elisha Binois. So, of course, we are expecting that this is going to be a very exciting event in Guadeloupe.
The Festival Duive is scheduled for Friday, September 27th at 9 p.m. at the Crazy Coconuts. This will feature Digital Vibes, Triple K Global, and others. The first roadshow will commence on the 20th of September.
Marigot people, the World Creole Music Festival ticket train will come into you. We are asking everyone along this route to meet us at the Last Flight Bar and Grill in Marigot, where you'll get wild promotions on Kubuli beer. Of course, your gold partner Digicel will be there. And not forgetting the official whiskey, Dewar's Whiskey. Most importantly, why we are asking you to be at this roadshow and of course meet us at this hotspot is to get your season tickets at a promotional price of $250.
Festival Events Coordinator Ms. Natalie Clark said, although Liat Airline had a few challenges, the CEOs both of Discover Dominica Authority and Liat have been corresponding, and she believes that it is safe to say that Liat will be available to airlift to Dominica.
I cannot tell you about the increased flights, but I can tell you that they've had conversations and we have cushioned ourselves by speaking to other airlines so that we have an understanding that there will be airlift into the Commonwealth of Dominica from the main hubs, Antigua, St. Lucia, Barbados, St. Martin.
Friday and Saturday night of the World Creole Music Festival begins at 8:30 p.m. and Sunday at 6:30 p.m. In more stories, a number of young persons will gather at the Public Service Union under the presence of officials on Thursday, September 19th at 2 p.m. to discuss the formation of a new national initiative for the youth of Dominica. The following organizations, all involved in the welfare and development of the youth on island, have come together in a National Rites of Passage Council to create a National Rites of Passage project for the youth of Dominica, which is proposed to be called Dom Rites, Journey of Discovery. The organizations involved at present include, but are not limited to, the Waitukubuli National Trail Project, the National Youth Council, the Duke of Edinburgh Award Committee, the Kalinago Council, the Cadet Corps, the Newtown Youth Empowerment Project, and the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force. Mr. Bernard Wiltshire, chairman of the project, says the aim of this project is to create a traditional custom to undertake the walking of the Waitukubuli National Trail as a rite of passage to mark the transition from childhood to adulthood. It will therefore cater to young persons between the ages of 7 to 21 and will be graded in 4 levels of awards: junior, bronze, silver, and gold. Youth partaking in this program will receive their Domrite Award from the President of the Commonwealth of Dominica at an annual award ceremony. The aim is to hold the first Domrite Award ceremony at the start of the new school year in 2014. In more news, over 50 students from various high schools and colleges are benefiting from a theater appreciation workshop organized by Teat Powell, a local theater group being held at Arak House of Culture. Managing Director of Teat Powell, Mr. Alex Bruno, says this workshop will equip the young people with vital skills to better express themselves in public and private settings.
We believe the performing arts allows one a key to open up locked doors and locked potentials. And after this week of exercises, we expect the young ones who are here with me today to be better able to present an argument or proposition or to state a case, or probably to even speak about matters of abuse and other situations which they might have kept locked up for many years. So basically that's Teat Powell's way of assisting the youngsters, giving them a vehicle by which they would traverse the difficult journey through life, get out of themselves and into a character to best tell what they feel. That's the essence of the Theatre Appreciation Workshop number 2 we're doing at the Arawa.
The workshop began on Monday, September 16th and will be conducted for 3 weeks from Mondays to Wednesdays with the inclusion of 4 weekend days. Some of the students will also play actors and actresses in the International Lives Marathon organized by Teat Powell from September 19th to 22nd from 8 p.m. Fans will be graced with the entertaining lives plays, including the popular Man Does Lie 1 and 2 and Woman Does Lie 1 and 2. Interested persons can purchase tickets from Bullseye Pharmacy at a nightly price of $20 or a package price of $60.
So it's really a big thing for them. I wish I would them when I was their age to be given an opportunity like this. And I believe at the end of it all, they'll be credited with 25 credit hours for having completed successfully a workshop in drama, which they could take with them into college and hopefully university. If they're not recognized for the credits, but at least they'll have the experience and they will attend university better ready than the average university student. Because I'm telling you, what we're giving them is more than I got when I was at the stage and even later down in life. So we are getting them ready for the next phase in life.
Mr. Bruno said he feels delighted to pass on the wealth of knowledge he possesses to the young people.
And there are some among us who grab what we have and hold on to it like it's ours, like it belongs to us. But I believe knowledge is to be shared, and who best to share it with but with these young children. So we actually sharing knowledge with them, and to me, that's the ultimate. It's crucial, it's very important, and I will continue to share my knowledge of these youngsters. There's going to be a theatre appreciation workshop number 3. I've already told them, and they have all consented to also follow that. So as long as I'm alive and I have the skills and the ability to, I will pass on what I've learned to the willing and able young person who wants to learn.
The students have been learning very well, he said. some of which come from the Goodwill Secondary School, the Dominica Community High School, the Dominica State College, and a few adults, creating a wonderful mixture of individuals.
It's hard work to organize this and to do it, but please let's do it and let's pass on to the youngsters that which we have. Because when you're gone, if you're gone, you cannot leave what you have here behind. So while we have the breath of life, let's empower our youth, because they are going to take care of us tomorrow. They are going to be the future of Dominica. As a fact, they are already the future, but we must empower them as early as we can.
Stage command, dynamics, voice control, pronunciation, and good behavior, among others, will be discussed at the workshop. According to Mr. Bruno, we're all actors on this grand stage of life. Everything that one does is seen by someone somewhere. So we must always carry ourselves with pride and dignity. The students will receive a diploma following the workshop to signify their successful completion. In more news, new members are expected to join the Kiwanis Club of Dominica during the installation of officers and induction ceremony of new members at 7:30 p.m. at the UE Open Campus Auditorium on Monday, September 23rd. The theme of the ceremony will be Serving Our Communities, Changing Lives, and will be held in honor of the late Derek Gerard Angol, one of their founding members. The officials who will be installed and the new members who will be inducted that evening will officially take their places in the membership of the club. The organization consists of professionals who give their time and talent in an effort to engage in hands-on projects that will serve the Dominican community. The Kiwanis Club of Roseau was established on November 19, 1990, and received its charter from the Kiwanis International in January 1991. The major goal which drives members of the Kiwanis Club is ensuring that they serve the children of the world. Some of the objectives include, but are not limited to, giving primacy to human and spiritual, rather than to the material values of life, encouraging the daily living of the golden rule in all human relationships, promoting the adoption and the application of higher social, business, and professional standards. In other news, several individuals and teams were awarded at the 2013 National Basketball Season ceremony held last weekend. Top scorers of the 2013 basketball season went to Esmond Andrew, Yannick Regis, and Derrison Anthony. Best offensive and defensive teams were Lapland Avengers, Fashion 9 Falcons, and United Insurance Sharks. The Lime National Champions went to the Police Sports Club and the Fashion 9 Falcons. Lenny Dangleben and Kiwan Thomas were the awardees for the MVP Lime National Champions. Barney Williams and Levi Barron, in addition to Kurt Martin, received the award for Coaches of the Year. Barron copped the award for Coach of the Year for 2 consecutive years.
And for the Coach of the Year for Division 1, I think from Falcons team, Mr. Levi Barron, I think that's his second award in 2 years.
Vice President of the Dominica Amateur Basketball Association, DABA, Mr. Alan Morris felt it was important that he conducted a statistical report on this year's season. He stated that although the media distributes most of the information, it is important to have a hard copy of the season's records. There is a lot that transpired throughout the basketball season which does not get documented, he noted.
And I've been working on the report for about, I think since around May or thereabout. It's still in draft form. It's about 90% complete now. And that is the result of the work, okay? Don't mind the thickness, because it is actually printed on card rather than on paper, so it will be about half the thickness of this. But I try to cover a lot of things, for example, rather than just pure statistics. For example, one of the things that you heard about a while ago, there's a section I call It's a Family Affair. That team has 2 sets of brothers, plus a set of cousins, and a father and son pair playing on that same team. And I think that's probably the first time that we ever had a father and son playing in basketball at the same time.
Regular season champs awardees included Lapland Avengers of Vitamall Division 2, Vashaline Falcons of Pizza Hut Division 1, and United Insurance Sharks of Domlec Premier League. The DABA thanks the Lindo Park Management Committee, Lime, the Dominica Brewery and Beverage Company, Fine Foods Incorporated, Domlec, the Goodwill community, and referees, as well as the table officials for the help throughout the season. In more news, the Electoral Commission is one step closer in the implementing of a multi-purpose identification card for Dominica. Chief Election Officer Mr. Stephen Larrock says that the main equipment to facilitate the process has arrived in Dominica.
Equipment are on island, and the persons are now doing the installation of the equipment. After that, we'll be doing testing of the equipment and training of the officers for use of the equipment. When you're satisfied that all is ready, then the commission will decide when they're going to start enrollment. So all the equipment are on island, and they're now being placed at the respective places, that is the Electoral Commission and the registry.
Subsequent to the installation process, persons will be trained for the use and management of the equipment.
When the commission has decided that the enrollment will commence, people will start doing the enrollment at the civil registry, and from there, cards will be issued to who is entitled to cards. Even the consultations that we are having and the feedback we are getting from the public, I think it's been widely accepted. There may be a few suggestions coming out from different people about how we should really do our work. So
the Commission has taken suggestions to assist in the formulation of their policy. Meanwhile, Mr. Larrock has refuted concerns that the Electoral Commission does not have the power under the law to issue multi-purpose identification cards.
The law says the Chief Election Officer shall cause an identification card to be issued. And what are we issuing our identification card? It never states a voter ID card. We are in fact going to be issuing an identification card. This is the advice that's been given to us. Part of the process we are doing here, we're looking at our laws to bring them up to international standards, because our laws that we have, they have been written a few years ago, and a lot of changes have happened in the international community, so we're looking at how we can amend those laws.
Government share of purchasing the equipment was US $785,000 and has also provided US $96,000 for the first 100,000 cards, which will be free to Dominicans.